Today we play Hearts of Iron 4 in the Thousand Week Reich mod, a mod where Germany won World War II, I know. And we play as the 50 United States as we try to spread democracy across the world. Start off as Harry Truman, and we'll be playing with a mod that extends the game into the 60s so we can have fun forever, enjoying the lag as time goes on. We can do fun stuff like finishing the hydrogen bomb and I guess some military stuff, but I think our military is so powerful that no one will ever dare oppose us. And we also have cool custom US Congress and Senate mechanics, though they're pretty similar to vanilla. They at least have a nice custom UI, which is a nice touch. We're number 1 in ranking of GDP, which is pretty cool. And most importantly, we are the good guys of the world. I always play as the good guys, but today we're especially the good guys. And as especially the good guys, we will be doing our thing and doing covert operations in Latin America, one of my favorite pastime activities. It was my favorite thing to do in TNO as the US, even though it never really did anything. I still had a lot of fun pretending I was doing stuff. Maybe this will actually do stuff this time. Maybe. And I can feel the economic power flowing through my veins as this mod, I guess, gives us power over the Federal Reserve so we can increase or decrease the interest rate. I've never quite seen a mechanic like that, but it's not something I'll complain about. It's quite interesting. And we have tested our hydrogen bomb, 10 megatons of TNT, well, the equivalent of that. It's nice. That better be enough to scare Germany into surrendering to us. Honestly, though, I kind of hope that Germany doesn't fall into the Civil War, because in Thousand Week Reich, unlike TNO, Germany isn't guaranteed to have a civil war. If you play your cards right, there will be no civil war. If there is a civil war, it'll be extremely easy for us to defeat them, so I kind of want a challenge. That'll make it more interesting, but the AI seems to always have the civil war, so I don't know. I looked in the settings, and I don't think there's a way to force it to not happen. You can force it to happen, but you can't force it to not happen. And MacArthur nominated. I like Doug. Yeah, I like Doug. Except the one time where he tried to take over Alaska. I didn't like him then, but otherwise he's been pretty cool. And Horthy wants some help. He wants to turn away from Germany and towards America, and I will accept him with open arms. Give him a nice pat on the head as he joins us in Washington. And the coup in Cuba was successful. This is good. Our first good guy move has been a success. Now Cuba, while not in the Toronto Accord, has American ties. Of course, there's political instability and the government is extremely unpopular, and there's just some military dictator leading the government now, but this is preferable to someone who may side with Germany. We also have very questionable tanks, so we will make some better tanks. And we could save up the political power to get more support in the Senate and then create NASA, or NAXA, or we could criticize China's invasion into Vietnam, which is probably good, because in this world, China is not communist, but there's still a lot of tension between them and us, so I think it's probably best we criticize the invasion and then help them, because if they lose, things will be interesting. And going to space is cool, but it doesn't really help us defeat China. It's kind of weird that we're playing as the US and trying to help out Ho Chi Minh so much. It feels wrong, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. We can give him some planes and give them more war support, or we could just start a UN resolution to stop the war, which I like. I really don't know why Canada is on the Security Council. It always confuses me, but that's kind of cool, I guess. The UK and Canada will probably vote yes, and then China will obviously vote no, so I don't know. Interesting. There he is, MacArthur elected as president. A new leader of the free world. Yeah, since Eisenhower didn't, do his thing. MacArthur is the general who won the war in the Pacific, obviously would be the one to get elected instead. And perfect, the German Civil War has started, so that means that we will have our great day as we save Germany. We unfortunately failed to get the other members of the Toronto Accord to vote on immediately invading them, so we will have to go through this slow process of invading them, which is still no big deal. Also, France became liberal, which is good, because now they'll probably join us. I don't think they will help us in our invasion of Germany, but it will be nice to have another ally in Europe. And Horthy was cooed, so he won't be helping us today. That's unfortunate, but we will deal with it in other ways. I'm sending my entire army over to the UK too, just for when we invade. I don't know if they're invading Norway. I believe they can invade Norway, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. That's disappointing. Yeah, I wish we could draft MacArthur into like an emergency, a general position or something. That'd be pretty cool. But I guess Eisenhower has to redeem himself, so yeah, we'll let him do his thing, I guess. And France wants to purchase American tanks. That's what I like to hear. Good trade deals with America, yeah. I'm also planning my invasion of Hamburg. That'll be good once we're finally able to do that. We have a few focuses we have to complete first. I believe it's the Great Crusade focus that lets us, do the direct intervention. So yeah, once we do that focus, then we can finally invade. The Civil War should last long enough for us to do it, I think. I don't know. Greater German Reich is doing pretty good though, so I don't know, they might win. And if they win, I guess it just makes it more difficult, but we will still beat them eventually. And Vietnam lasted for a while, but China finally won, so we'll see how long Hong Kong and Macau last. Well, and Germany, they won the war before we were able to do that focus to declare on them, so I guess this will be an interesting scenario. I guess this is kind of what I wanted. There was a civil war, but they won it fast enough that we can't just defeat them, so I guess this will be cool. We were very close to being able to do this, but yeah, not quite. I don't know what we'll do now. I guess cry and hope that there's something we can intervene in. And I guess since we won't be doing anything exciting anymore, we'll just go back to cooing governments in Latin America. That's all we can really do right now, so we'll just keep doing that. I guess it's better than nothing. Maybe we should bring our army back home too. I don't know if we'll be doing much. Maybe one day France will invade them and then we can help them. I guess we'll aid the Russian Republic now. This is all we're really good for, is starting coups and sending support to other people. I guess this is pretty much Cold War simulator. Yeah, I don't know how much we'll be able to do against Germany. I'm sure we'll be able to invade them someday. The CIA meets with artists. Our art will outshine their bullets. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but I guess if it works, that would be a really wholesome ending to this campaign. We destroy them with the power of art. That's a new one. Yeah, our inflation is rather high, but at least it's decreasing. We have excessive inflation right now, which isn't good. It's not what good America needs right now. We gotta stay on top of the leaderboard here. Since we're not allowed to invade random people, all we have is this arbitrary GDP number. Okay, Germany is invading Ukraine, so I'm going to send them a ton of supplies, everything they could ever want. A lot of guns, a lot of support equipment. Yeah, they're maybe just going to get rolled over though, so might not be a good idea to send all that Lend-Lease if Germany's just going to swallow it up. And Poland's going to die again, yeah. And I don't know if France can do anything with Germany now. Yeah, well, we're just cooing more people because I don't know. There's not much else going on right now. Mussolini's just sitting around. He has a war goal on Croatia, or Croatia has a war goal on him. What? I don't know what's going on in Croatia, but that's interesting. At least I've made these good tank divisions. Too bad I don't know if we'll ever fight a war that we'll use them in. I don't know. It's kind of sad, honestly. I was expecting to have like at least one war that we can just do something, and I don't know. And the Russian Republic wants us to return Sakhalin. I don't know why we have it, but I guess they're American citizens. Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but I guess we can say it and just keep control of the island. We do have a lot of compliance there, so they kind of like us. And we have a new president, Kavaver. I really hope that this guy actually does something, like start a war. That's always a popular move when a president does that, so hopefully this guy's pretty smart. Guess we could do the military improvement program, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna start a war. Well, yeah, okay. So, since we have a 3/4 majority in Congress, we actually now have the ability to do whatever we want. I know, it's surprising, but yeah, we have such a great majority in Congress that they're just allowing us to invade Germany. I know, it's surprising. Who would have ever thought? But people love it. We love it. It's gonna be a fun war, guys. Wait, what happened to Canada's flag? What? That's a weird Canada flag. Wait, what are we voting on? Back the war against Germany. Yes. Come on, China. And see, if we get into Kiel here, then all these divisions will be encircled. Okay, never mind. They got a guy in there. Yeah, this is great. Even if they're not in a civil war and they still get the 30% buff to defense, it's still all it's still very, very easy for us because of our great tanks. Even our infantry is doing a great job, which is nice to see. I haven't even looked at the infantry template. I guess it's pretty terrible. But see, the real reason we're going to war is to stimulate the economy, because now we can boost our industry and get more factories and increase our GDP ranking. Because we're not really going to get any new factories by taking out Germany. Well, I guess we'll get a new trade partner, but I don't know, you have to always keep these economic things in mind when you do stuff like this. And I'm kind of tempted to keep this war going on forever for economic reasons, but I'm only so evil, so I'll end it, and well, we at least enjoyed some economic boosts to complement our great victory over evil. See, now this is a good United States. The Soviets or the Second Russian Republic, not the Soviets, they magically got all of Moscow and stuff. Which I guess is okay, because in this timeline, we at least got all of Eastern Europe on our side, so that's good. And the Second Russian Republic is maybe our friend, maybe. They kind of hate us more than China hates us, probably because we didn't give them their island. And I gave freedom to Latvia, but I thought they would join the Toronto Accord or something, so I'm going to just have military occupations for everybody else. Belarus, yeah, military occupation. Okay, yeah, France can have their stuff back. Their borders look weird without it. Yeah, we can make a Ukraine and just guarantee them as a buffer state against Russia. That's kind of smart. See, I really like splitting up Europe. That's really fun. Oh, and the Saarland, I guess I can give it to France. I'll only give it to France because of that one History Matters video where it talked about how France never took it over, so I kind of feel bad for France, so I'm going to give France the Saarland. And at first I was confused about what this was, but it appears like Ukraine is needing to call on us for that guarantee that we gave them. Being attacked by, the one, loose end. Okay, and now we're going to demand that Mussolini steps down. Let's see if he's such a coward that he just steps down without a fight. That would be so pathetic, but I could see it happening, maybe. Italy is not doing very well, considering we only had Gibraltar, Malta, and Cyprus. And I guess the Suez, too. It's kind of sad how bad they're doing. And we landed behind them here, so that's it for them. Well, I guess they probably still have more divisions, but they can only do so much stupid stuff like that until their entire army kind of just disintegrates. And Spain joined at the very end of the war, so they weren't a major, and then they capitulated, so we got all of Italy, and whatever parts of Spain Yugoslavia didn't take, because yeah, Yugoslavia was also in that war. And I guess the submod is broken, and this focus here doesn't fire, but at the very least we can just bypass it manually using the focus no checks command. We have Richard Nixon as president though, so that's kind of nice. And he's not just president, he's kind of like the God Emperor of America with infinite support in Congress, you know. Yep, we got the racial segregation spirit removed, which I don't think you can do in vanilla Thousand Week Reich as America. But yeah, we're extremely powerful, almost 500 GDP. We have a very interesting faction, and we still to this day directly occupy Belarus and Estonia. Interesting America game. That was fun. This was much more entertaining than the last time I played America, like a year ago or something. It was good. Anyways, I guess let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I'll be back to making endless Hearts of Iron 4 mods, including the mod. Maybe I'll make a few videos in the mix too, who knows. And I guess I will see you all next time.